Today I have Apple's 2020 edition of the iPad Air 4. No home button this time, and no complaints about it either. This whole case is magnetically attached to the iPad. Pretty cool, but not very protective. On the inside we have a nice roughly 2.7K 60Hz display with even bezels surrounding it. This particular one took a hit in the top right corner, splintering glass everywhere from a compression break. This one's going over to the hot mat. I'll crank the heat up to max to help soften the adhesive. The entire body is aluminum and doesn't really retain the heat that well. Using a clean razor blade, I'll slice under the glass. Going too deep can damage the display, so I use my fingers as a guide when working my way around. On this model, the ribbon cables run along the right side, similar to other Airs. Be careful on that side. With all the tape cut, this one opens like a backwards book. Inside, we'll get a good look at just how many magnets there are. The battery connector is the same as almost all other iPad Airs, only it's been relocated to where you'd normally find the home button connector. A single Phillips screw connects the battery through pressure. Using a plastic spacer or guitar pick, you can ensure the connection is disrupted to the board safely, because remember, disconnecting the battery is pretty important. The display shield has been shrunk to a rectangle and has a single Phillips screw holding it down. It has a clip on the right side that keeps it attached, kind of like the iPhone 12 series. Up to the middle of the frame, we find the new third display connector. This one is held in with two more Phillips screws and disconnects like a Lego. The display can now be safely pulled away from whatever adhesive is still holding it. Cleaning the frame completely for the new display is critical, and this time it's harder than ever thanks to Apple's commitment to recycled aluminum. A razor blade is just as likely to cut through the soft metal frame as it is the adhesive you're trying to remove. The environment thanks you, Apple, but I do not. Next, I'll use some 3M tape primer around the edges of the frame, which will help create a better bond between the frame and the new adhesive. It's time to connect the new display. This was much easier than other models, as nothing needs to be transferred to the new display from the old one. With all three connectors down, I'll tighten the battery to the board and make sure this powers on completely before I close it up. Once I ensured the screen responded to touch, it was time to tighten the shields back to the board. Finally, I'll pull off all the adhesive protectors to reveal the double-sided tape below. The screen came with it pre-installed. I'll get this firmly pressed to the frame and test it again for functionality. Thanks for joining me. If this video helped you out, let me know in the comments below, and consider subscribing for more repairs ahead. See you next time.